People, welcome back to YaadAndAbroadTV. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, like, comment, share, and subscribe. As I said, if you're not familiar with this channel, we talk about issues in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the whole world, people. Wagwan viewers and subscribers, welcome back to my channel. Please remember, guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you for your support. Not a day goes by without I say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your continuous support, people. Much love and appreciation. So today, people, it is being reported that close to 22 SWORD officers fingered. Preliminary report into deaths of suspects in Andrea's murder. So, people, 22 officers from the Special Operation Response Team, otherwise called SWORD, have been fingered in the deaths of Joel Balcon and Andrew Morris, the prime suspects in the murder of Andrea Bharatt. So, people, I guess the police have to do their investigation, but honestly, I don't know what they're investigating. You see me? I do not know what they are investigating because this is just my opinion. Joel Balcon had over 70 cases against him, people, and he was still on the streets. I think the police officers did us a favor by getting them off the street, people, because who knows? And last night I also told you of this one young lady who escaped Joel Balcon's wrath as well, people. So I think these officers did all of us and Trinidad a favor, and that is just my opinion. Everybody is free to leave their opinions where necessary. So it goes on to say, people, close to 22 officers from the Special Operations Response Team have been fingered in the deaths of Joel Balcon and Andrew Morris, the prime suspects in the murder of Andrea Bharatt, 23, of Arima, according to a preliminary report. Well-placed sources told Guardian Media that preliminary internal recommendations from the probe being done by the police include either sending the officers on suspension pending the outcome of the investigation or allowing them to remain on duty while the investigations are ongoing. However, sources close to the development said these recommendations are not final, would be looked into further, and careful considerations made on the decisions to be taken. Sources also stated that because the officers were masked, there isn't much concrete evidence with regards to identifying the officers. A suggestion from the preliminary report also includes shutting down SWORD. However, there is no finality on that just yet, added a well-placed source. According to sources, SWORD had up until Friday to submit their reports about the incident. Guardian Media spoke with several people who would have provided the police with information about the deaths of Balcon and Morris over the last few days. Guardian Media understands that the preliminary findings of this particular report, part of the internal/divisional investigations that began last Monday and which was exclusively reported by the Guardian, are expected to be handed over to the DCP for crime McDonald Jacob tomorrow. 2 acting superintendents of police were mandated to investigate the circumstances surrounding the deaths of both men. Apart from this investigation, the Police Complaints Authority, PCA, and the Professional Standards Bureau, PSB, have started separate investigations into the deaths. Homicide investigators are also conducting a 4th investigation. Morris, who was known to police and was also a known drug dealer in Arima, where he lived, was detained by officers of SWORD on January 31st, and his family alleged he was beaten in their presence before being taken away. The following day, Morris died at the Arima hospital. 2 post-mortems were done on Morris' body, one by the state and the other privately by relatives, revealed he died from blunt force trauma. According to the first autopsy done at the Forensic Science Center, Morris suffered brain fractures, several broken ribs, bleeding from internal organs, burnt marks to the back allegedly from a taser, contusion to the right eye, bleeding to the brain, as well as damage to his shoulders and legs. Balcon, who police labeled as the mastermind in the kidnapping and murder of Bharatt, a clerk of the Arima Magistrates Court, was known to the police as a sexual, drug, firearms, robbery, and larceny offender. He was in an unconscious state until he died Mondays ago. Actually, 2 Mondays ago, 8 days after he was detained by police. So he was known to be all of this, and yet he was still on the street, people. Balcon had been picked up mere hours after Morris and was later hospitalized at the Eric Williams Medical Science Complex after suffering massive head injuries. He was also paralyzed. A post-mortem on Balcon's body at the Forensic Science Center in St. James by pathologist Dr. Eastland McDonald Burris revealed he died due to multiple trauma to the body. The injuries he sustained could have been due to a beating he allegedly sustained while trying to escape police custody. A major concern noted by several witnesses who gave information to the police had to do with the standard operating procedure of the TNT police service and the covering of the officers' faces. They recommended that if officers are executing warrants, they should not cover their faces. Those interviewed by the senior officers also recommended that there should be a mandatory policy of wearing body cameras for police officers designed to tactical or operational units. Minister of National Security Stuart Young had said almost a week ago that he had been informed by Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith that the Interagency Task Force and Guard and Emergency Branch would be equipped with body cameras. Guardian Media also understand that several of the people who spoke to investigators were not comfortable in revealing what they knew about this particular matter and felt that the methods of giving statements and evidence should be revised for safety of citizens. Yes, people, so that's what they are saying, that 22 SART officers are being investigated into the deaths of Joel Balcon and Morris, people. And I don't know, people, it's just, as I said, it's just my opinion. Them kill off Andrea. They kill Andrea. We don't know what kind of torture this young lady went through. And Joel Balcon, he was trying to escape from police, so police had to give him the business. You see me? So I just don't know why these officers are being investigated. People, leave in the comment section. Let me know what are your thoughts on this. Please let me know what you guys think about the officers being investigated. I know y'all have a lot to say on this, but drop it in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys have to say. All right, people? Much love and appreciation from Yard and Abroad TV, people. Bless up in yourself. Love, all right? Big up in yourself.